You spent some time writing an awesome product that you want to publish. So now what? Well, you need to figure out how to make it look pro and visually appealing. But you also need to keep the cost down. Of course, you need it quick. I mean, who likes to wait for things anyway? Let's outsource, right? Well, let's talk about the outsourcing method. First off, we need great cover art, something that makes our product stand out from the pack. So let's hire someone that can create a logo design that looks sharp. First, let's do the math. For the outsourcing method, you first need a logo designer. The turnaround time can easily be 5 days plus a few days going back and forth with revisions. And good logos can easily be $200 or more. Now we need to integrate our logo into a professionally designed cover. Remember, the very first thing that your customers are going to see is your cover. And no matter what they say, we all judge a book by its cover. So you need to outsource this to an expert, right? Again, let's do the math. Now we need a book cover, so we look for a graphics designer. He spends 5 business days plus the back and forth of revisions. And it costs about $250 or a whole lot more. So now we have a great cover, even though it took a week or two. Sure, it wasn't lightning fast, but it looks pretty. But now we need to send this cover page to a professional designer to put it all together with their content. Again, we need an expert. This can easily take 2 weeks or longer for a designer to professionally lay out the book. Now let's do the math. So we hire a page layout designer. It takes him 10 business days, if not longer, depending on how many revisions you have to go through. And at $20 per hour, which is a steal by the way, the cost of the page layout is $1,600. So our total costs, a 20 to 30 day lag time, and over $2,000 in hard costs. The end result? A pretty good looking product, but a month-long wait, assuming we can even find the right people to begin with. As it turns out, good quality outsourcing isn't as cheap as it sounds. While good artists and freelancers charge competitive rates, we'd be looking at $2,000 in hard costs, and that means you have $2,000 less to spend in actually marketing your product. And who wants to wait a month for design before you can actually launch your product? Imagine if you could have a professionally designed product done in a single day instead of an entire month. Or better still, imagine one product created in just minutes. $2,000? 30 days? No way, right? I bet you're thinking you could do it yourself. So let's talk about the do-it-yourself method. We all know that a professional product needs professional graphics design that's ready for print and ready to use on the web without ugly pixelation. Okay, so you take a deep breath, you make some black coffee, fire up Adobe Illustrator and your favorite tutorial website and some YouTube videos, and then you mentally prep yourself to have about 2 weeks of sleepless nights learning vectors and layers at a basic level. Let's do the math. To create a good logo, you need the right tools. Adobe Illustrator is the standard when it comes to logo and vector design. It takes you 14 days or more just to figure out how the software works. Oh, and it costs $599 to buy the software at retail. Well, now that we have a logo created, let's make a great looking cover. This is a crucial step because your cover is what sells your product, so get ready to invest your precious free time into learning Adobe Photoshop. If only it was as easy as making that green glow effect circa 1999, then this would only take a few minutes. But alas, if you want something half decent, you'll need to spend several hours, if not days, mastering the latest Photoshop techniques. So let's do the math. We need to design the front cover, and this can easily take 7 days or way more depending on your Photoshop skills. And Photoshop goes for $699 at retail. By now, you're exhausted, and you're probably thinking that the do-it-yourself method may not be the best option. But hold on, we have one more step to do. Sadly, this last effort requires you to use Microsoft Word or an expensive tool like Adobe InDesign. Word processors like Word or OpenOffice are great with basic text, but if you want a super pro product, you need to deal with a ton of other critical elements, from headers and footers to background textures and page bleeds. The possibilities are endless, and sadly, word processors are really not that smart or straightforward for the average user. So let's do the final math. The price? $1,300 or more, depending on what page design software you're using. In terms of time, at least 30 days just to figure it all out. The end result? A not-so-pro product and a whole lot of gray hairs. So it turns out that doing it yourself won't save you any money. It'll sap a lot of time from you, and without mastering the tools and the design concepts, your product won't have the polish of a pro. So what now? Both options seem expensive and require a lot of time to plan, develop, and publish. Is there a better way? Absolutely. The automatic way. What if there is a way to create beautiful designer documents that make your product shine? And it's a fraction of the cost of the outsourcing and the do-it-yourself way. What if you can choose from professionally designed covers, page layouts, and styles, and generate your product within minutes, without having to wait for a designer or learning complicated and expensive software? Finally, there's a better way. Product Creator Pro. Product Creator Pro is a publishing and marketing service that makes product creation push-button simple. You simply choose your template, upload your document, and personalize it in minutes. Then download, share, and even print it. It'll look great. Product Creator Pro will save you time, money, and frustration. See for yourself. Give it a try with your free account at productcreatorpro.com.